Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the NAU Sports Show. 2 in 1 week. I will take it. As always, thank you. Whether you're watching it either live or on replay, it does mean a lot. So, there's a lot going on this week. Saturday, NAU starts Big Sky play. NAU travels to Greeley, Colorado to take on the Northern Colorado Bears. It is a rivalry game. And it is really, the last few years, it has been a home team wins kind of game. But I really feel that if NAU can control the game like they did against Arizona, and their defense really works like they did, NAU is going to walk out of there with a win. I really do. Now, speaking about the Arizona win, my guest today is the quarterback for NAU for the game-winning touchdown, Mr. RJ Martinez. How are you, sir?
Good, Mr. Everett. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much for coming on. You've been in Flagstaff for a little bit. You were originally from Texas, correct?
Yes, sir.
What part of Texas are you from?
I'm from Austin, Texas. It's in Central Texas. It's probably about an hour and a half away from San Antonio. So the central part of Texas.
Okay. A little bit of a tidbit about me. I used to live in Texas for about a year and a half, and I lived in a little city called New Braunfels, Texas.
Oh, yeah. That's not too far. It's about an hour away. So,
Yep.
yeah. Very familiar with
it's
that place.
in between San Antonio and Austin.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, what high school did you go to in Austin?
I went to Westwood High School.
Okay. All right. And any of your coaches that are still there?
Yeah, they're all still back there. They all stayed. They're still the same coaches there. A few left, but the main ones are still there.
Great. So tell me something. How does a Texas star like you find out about NAU?
Well, the recruiting process is pretty crazy. So I was getting recruited by a ton of Texas schools in the FCS, and those were really my only options until NAU offered me. I want to say pretty close to start of my senior year. So a little before that, a little before my senior year, I decided to kind of just come up here and visit. It wasn't official or anything. I just kind of wanted to, see what the town was like, and because I've heard a lot of good things about Flagstaff, and just decided to come up here and visit, and because I was pretty familiar with all the other Texas schools and what they were about, where they were located, their campus and all that. So, really just decided to come out here with my family and just kind of feel out Flagstaff, feel out the campus, and see what it was all about, and everything that I was told, met the expectation of how beautiful it is with, the mountains in the back, and you're just walking around campus, you see a mountain everywhere, and just how beautiful this campus is, and the facilities that are coming along for the athletic program. So really just met all the needs there. Just kind of wanted to come out and visit with my family, and that's kind of really how it started.
Nice. So you've been in Flagstaff for at least 2 or 3 months now, right?
Yes, sir.
What is your favorite thing about the Flagstaff community?
Really just how connected everybody is. I mean, it's kind of, you get that small town feel that I never really got back home. I'm from the city, so there's kind of multiple communities around, and so you don't really get that camaraderie that you'd get at a small town, kind of like Flagstaff. you kind of get that feel. You go into downtown, and you see all the little shops, and you see all the hole in the wall restaurants and things like that, and it's just kind of really a cool feel that you kind of just see in the movies, the football movies, everywhere. And so it's really a cool experience, just being able to, be a part of this this wonderful university, and just be able to witness the beauty that it brings.
Definitely, definitely. So, coming from high school and going to college football, what would you say is the biggest difference for you?
Well, there's a lot of big differences. Coming from high school to college is a difficult transition for most people, and it's something not to take lightly. Obviously, just coming into a group of guys that I've been playing for a very long time in college, and they're familiar with it. Being a freshman, it takes a lot of work, and I'd say that mostly the main aspect of it that really has changed a lot is just really the time and effort that you have to put in to be great at in college. Not to say that I didn't put a lot of time in high school, but now it's up a level. It's more like a job now, and I own that role, and I own that because ultimately I love football. I love this sport, so would really hope for it to be my job one day. Really, that's kind of just the main difference from high school to college, and you really got to love it to play at this level.
Yeah, yeah, you really do. I mean, it's definitely not the easiest, even as the FCS level, which there's unfortunately FCS level doesn't give enough recognition as
Yes,
the
sir.
FBS, and you
Mhm.
guys work just as hard, or sometimes even harder.
Yes, sir. I agree. Yes, sir.
Tell me something. Uh, have you been getting a lot of reps in practice?
Yes, sir. This week, been getting a lot more than normal. And yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So, what was it like, or at least your emotions and your feelings, to be able to get your first in game uh, reps in uh, at Arizona, and being able to throw to Hendrix Johnson, the touchdown that made you go 21-13 and win that game.
It was truly a moment that I've been dreaming about my whole life. Going in the game, I had been getting reps in practice and things like that, and we had discussed of possibly putting me in the second quarter and seeing how I did. And that's what ended up happening. And my mindset was just to go out there and execute, do what it would take to win a game like that. And it was awesome to come out with a big win like that, first time in school history that we beat an FBS opponent. Just doing something historic like that really made it a whole lot more special. And just trying to keep my composure throughout that game, and really just settle in was kind of the main thing that I wanted to get to early, because I knew it was going to be a long game. It was going to be a dogfight, and we just had to go out there, execute, and do what it took to win the football game. And yeah, it was just truly a special moment and special memory that I'll probably remember for the rest of my life.
Were you guys able to sleep Sunday night, or excuse me, Saturday night?
No, we had a really long bus ride back. It was uh, it was an exciting victory, so we all kind of stayed up pretty late and then crashed for a little bit, but got back probably around 4 or 5 a.m. And then went straight to bed. But it was just truly awesome, and I know the rest of the guys, especially the seniors, wanted to get a big win like that, and it was awesome that we were able to do that for them.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. All right. So we're getting ready for Big Sky play. It's your first time getting to play Big Sky teams. NAU is going to Greeley, Colorado to play our rival in Northern Colorado Bears. What do you know about Northern Colorado?
I know they're a really well coached team. They're physical on both sides of the football. So we're gonna have to come out and play with a lot of energy and effort, and that's what Coach Ball preached last week, and we really did do that against Arizona. So he's preaching that again this week. So we got to really come out with a lot of energy and a lot of effort, which ultimately leads to execution. And so we're really gonna have to execute and play well against these guys. I know it's a rivalry game, so it's kind of just whoever really comes out to play that day is who's gonna win. So it's gonna be definitely a tough task, but I think we're up for it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I wanted to get you on here for everyone just to kind of know about who you are, what you're about. Tell me, do you do anything special to kind of get your head ready for a game?
Well, I'm a faith believer. I believe in. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. So I always make sure I get a prayer in and make sure that I pray for the safety of our team and that we go out there and our hard work shows out there on the field. That's really about it. I mean, nothing really special. Obviously, you get your music in and things like that, but just our coaches always preach just to make sure you get your mind right, because it really ultimately starts in the mind first. So just getting the positive affirmations to yourself that you're going to go out there and do what you want to do, as long as you it starts in the mind with your positive affirmations and seeing what you're going to do out there on the field before it happens. Our coaches do a great job preaching that, and that's what I try to do every game, and really every day, to prepare for the game and leading up to the game.
Sounds good. Well, like you said, there is no better way to start the day or any kind of big event without talking to the man upstairs.
Yes, sir. Fully
So
believe that. Yes, sir.
exactly. All right, Mr. Martinez, thank you so much for coming on. And before I let you go, is there anyone that you would like to give a shout out to, and is there anything that you would like to say?
Yeah, I would obviously like to shout out God. Obviously, I know the rest of our coaching staff and players are big believers too, which is awesome, and which is why I chose this school ultimately. And there's a lot of things that can be done when you have faith. So really just want to shout out God there. My parents back home and my entire family have supported me. I just want to thank them. There's been a lot of hours and a lot of heartbreaks, a lot of ups and downs, that they've been there for me for, and just continue to encourage me. Can't really thank them enough. Shout out the coaches for a great win, obviously, and for continuing to keep our team straight and to our main goal, which is to win a Big Sky championship. And thank them for continuing to prepare us for that opportunity. And obviously the team played great on Saturday, and they're continuing to practice great. So just want to shout out all those people, and that's really all I got.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll talk to you real soon, okay? And good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Now, next week, I will not be here. I am getting married on Saturday, and I am having my honeymoon next week. So I will actually be having a fill in from someone that is also on the Big Sky Podcast Network. So we will see who that is, and it'll be a surprise. And I'm sure they will have a fantastic show for you. Most likely longer than mine, but that's okay. Until then, and until I see you next time, always remember, never forget, root NAU. Until then, have a great night.